Everywhere, if you are only willing, you will find an excuse for excitement, for doing good, for saving a victim, for ending an injustice." Impressed by his power and authority, she murmured, "Who are you exactly?" "An adventurer, nothing more. A lover of adventures. Life's not worth living except in moments of adventure, the adventures of others or personal adventures. Today's has upset you because it affected the innermost depths of your being. But those of others are no less stimulating. Would you like to make the experiment?" "How?" "Become the companion of my adventures. If anyone calls on me for help, help him with me. If chance or instinct puts me on the track of a crime or the trace of a sorrow, let us both set out together. Do you consent?" "Yes," she said, "but—" She hesitated, as though trying to guess Rénine's secret intentions. "But," he said, expressing her thoughts for her, with a smile, "you are a trifle sceptical. What you are saying to yourself is, 'How far does that lover of adventures want to make me go?' It is quite obvious that I attract him, and sooner or later he would not be sorry to receive payment for his services. You are quite right. We must have a formal contract." "Very formal," said Hortense, preferring to give a jesting tone to the conversation. "Let me hear your proposals." He reflected for a moment and continued: "Well, we'll say this. The clock at Halingre gave 8 strokes this afternoon, the day of the first adventure. Will you accept its decree and agree to carry out 7 more of these delightful enterprises with me, during a period, for instance, of 3 months? And shall we say that at the 8th you will be pledged to grant me—" "What?" He deferred his answer. "Observe that you will always be at liberty to leave me on the road if I do not succeed in interesting you. But, if you accompany me to the end, if you allow me to begin and complete the 8th enterprise with you, in 3 months, on the 5th of December, at the very moment when the 8th stroke of that clock sounds, and it will sound, you may be sure of that, for the old brass pendulum will not stop swinging again, you will be pledged to grant me—" "What?" she repeated, a little unnerved by waiting. He was silent. He looked at the beautiful lips which he had meant to claim as his reward. He felt perfectly certain that Hortense had understood, and he thought it unnecessary to speak more plainly. "The mere delight of seeing you will be enough to satisfy me. It is not for me, but for you, to impose conditions. Name them. What do you demand?" She was grateful for his respect, and said laughingly: "What do I demand? Yes. Can I demand anything I like, however difficult and impossible? Everything is easy and everything is possible to the man who is bent on winning you." Then she said: "I demand that you shall restore to me a small, antique clasp made of a cornelian set in a silver mound. It came to me from my mother, and everyone knew that it used to bring her happiness, and me too. Since the day when it vanished from my jewel case, I have had nothing but unhappiness. Restore it to me, my good genius." "When was the clasp stolen?" She answered gaily: "7 years ago, or 8, or 9. I don't know exactly. I don't know where. I don't know how. I know nothing about it." "I will find it," Rénine declared, "and you shall be happy." End of Chapter 1, Part 2.